Hi, it's Paul from Model Builder International. Don't forget the subscribe button is down there. Click on that, make sure you click on the bell or double check to make sure you're going to get notified of future videos. That way you won't miss out on any of the videos and also the competitions or giveaways that we have from time to time. Today we're going to have a look at a new book from Kagero. This one is one of their Top Drawings series, number 71, all about the Macchi MC.202. Okay, so let's see what's inside the book. We've got, this is special edition of the Top Drawings. This is number 71 in the series on the Macchi MC.202. Polish-English text, and there's a masking sheet in here. So this is the masking sheet, and it's for the Kagero 1/72 scale kit. Talking of kits, for this aircraft there's 1/48 1/72 scale kits. 1/48 was only done by Taro. There's my old Frog 1/72 kits, but stay clear with those. And that you've got a Kagero kit from the 90s that was reboxed by Hobby 2000, and you've got an Italieri kit from I think 2001 that was actually reboxed by Tamiya. So then we've got a very brief story of the development of the aircraft and its use. Basically, think of it as an early warfighter. By sort of 1943, it was showing its age, and think of it as more like a BF 109E sort of something similar to that. So then, straight into the diagrams. Interestingly, this is in 1/32 scale, despite the fact there was no 1/32 scale kits. But that being said, the amount of detail you get on the 1/32, you can apply that to the other kits, and there's even down to individual rivets on this. So it gives you the extra detail in this scale that will come in useful in the two smaller scales. So this is the prototype, the initial sort of setup of the prototype, left and right, front and back. This one is the prototype as it sort of finished, as it ended up, after a whole bunch of changes to it, giving you the internal structure of the wing. This is series 1, 2 and 3 aircraft, port side and front view. Then we've got front view, port view, of the sort of latest production run of the series 1, 2 and 3. Series 3 is the cooler has moved. It used to be under originally in the earlier ones it was underneath the middle of the fuselage, now it's moved under the engine. Series 4, and as you can see from here, every detail you might want is in there somewhere. Series 7, and Series 11. This is an experimental version. One of the downsides of this aircraft was it had pretty light armament. So there's an experimental version with a 20mm cannon underneath each wing. Then there you can see a Daimler-Benz 601A engine. Basically it's Italian fuselage with a Daimler-Benz engine in it. That was a license produced by Alfa Romeo. And here it is with a Daimler-Benz 605 engine in it. So then we get to the colour plates, prototype, Series 3 aircraft, a couple of a Series 1 and a Series 8 aircraft. So then we have, there's two great big, basically these are double-sided paper, and they're the same size as 4 normal sheets of paper. I've taken photographs of these and put them on the website if you want to see what's on them, but I'll try and show you here. That's 1/24 scale. So port side, and there's one there of a bit of the bottom view. And there's one, basically maintenance, engine covers off, tails off, a few other bits off. And this bottom one is more like what you'd see in a factory and in production. And here we have, this is actually glossy paper. Internal structures of the airframe on that side. And on this side we have views of the engines. This is all the anti-sand equipment that was fitted, and a top view as well. And those are all 1/24th scale. So I'll just put these underneath here. And as you can see, there's more colour plates. So what is that? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 2 more there, and actually there's 10 because there's 2 on the very back sheet there. Then we go into, there's no scale to these, but drop tanks, bombs, the machine gun that was fitted, 12.7mm, basically 50 caliber. Changes to the wings, different tail units. Engine mounts changed as well, different types of those. Basically there's an early type and a standard type. Instrument panels, gun sights, they changed as well. And then we have the Daimler-Benz engine in 24th scale, 32nd and 48th. That's the Alfa Romeo licensed produced version of it. Then the changes to the cockpit area, radio antenna changed, some other panel changes. Then we're on to 1/72nd scale, and the usual thing of basically going through all the changes from each version of the aircraft, and the changes are put in highlighted in grey. You can see here the area behind the cockpit has changed, and here the area under the engine has changed. As I mentioned earlier, the radiator used to be under the cockpit, then it's under the engine. So it goes through all of these engine changes, and then on to, well, this is a 1/48th scale top and bottom. These are 1/48th scale port, front and back views. And on the back here, 1/72nd scale drawings. And as I mentioned, a couple of more plates on the back. So overall, if you're building one of these and you want to get it accurate, pretty much anything you might need to know is in here. It's sort of a one-stop. It'd be kind of neat to do one of these as it's shown in the diagram, sort of in maintenance or in production. So many thanks to Kagero for sending it along for us to have a look at.